This is still EconoChat Let's Talk Business with Mr. Daniel Steinman on your Power Station Energy 100, and myself, Elsa Vitibignani, as your hostess. We are talking about the interest rates. The repo rate has been changed from 7.75 to 7.5%, with the prime 11.5% to 11.25%. And the question is, in Afrikaans, tot waar?
Tot waar. Okay, Elsabe, let me burst your bubble first. The Bank of Namibia will provide guidance.
Yeah.
It's the euphemism that we use to say the Bank of Namibia will continue to bullshit us about interest rates until they get to the level where they deem that the interest rate is supporting the economy. Now, it's very ironic that in the minutes or the report of the MPC, the Monetary Policy Committee, when they made the announcement of this first reduction in interest rates, the reason was given as to support the economy. Now, you can think for yourself, if they are supporting the economy by reducing the interest rate, this is their own words.
Yeah.
It's not my words, not my thinking. What have they been doing for 2 years? Have they been undermining the economy willfully, aspirous? So I was wondering, did they really think this through? The implication of what they're saying.
Yeah.
If we reduce the interest rate to support the economy, what have we been doing to the economy when we went too fast, too high, too much? So, but that I'm sure you and I can talk until we are blue.
Yeah.
It'll not change anything. Not make a difference.
Yeah.
So the question is, where will it go? This will remain secret. They will not divulge this. They will give guidance whether they think the interest rates are appropriate.
Yeah.
It will be sort of clouded. They will not say, definitely we're going to that level.
Yeah.
Because it's something that they have to be very careful about, because the interest rate determines the value of a whole host of other instruments, we call them, in the economy, including government bonds, including the interest that the government pays on its own debt, including longer-term investments with commercial banks, including institutional investments. All of these value or fluctuations in the interest rate have a bearing on the value of these investment instruments. So if you move very fast, you basically shake the market. This is what's been happening with us since the second part of 2022. The confidence levels went through the floor. Why? Because the shock to the market was too severe. And I can understand that they had to do something after COVID, because COVID was the biggest shock to the market that you can imagine. So now you have to normalize, but it's not a straightforward equation. It's not as if there is a map route. Just follow this and we will normalize. It's a careful exercise. You're asking me, how far will it go? I sincerely hope that we will go to a prime of 5.5%. I think that is a realistic prime rate for the Namibian economy. I think that the prospects for the Namibian economy are very good, the second half of the fiscal year. And I've explained that a couple of months ago.
Yes.
If the government increases its expenditure by 12.4% and the government's input in the economy is so large, then it means that 12.4% is more money. And that must show up in the economy. So it becomes part of the whole economic mix. But it certainly makes the economy bigger and stronger. And so I think 5.5% repo rate is supporting the economy, is not throttling it. And it's also supporting what we call fixed income instruments. When you take out a loan, you cry over high interest rates. Your grandmother, who's living on the interest income from her savings, she loves high interest rates. Now, whose interest rate is the most important? You see the thing?
Yeah.
There are two sides to the coin. So if interest rates are too low, pensioners and people living from their savings, they earn very little. But people with debt, they smile. It's a big relief. If interest rates are too high, the fixed income people, they love it. If your pension suddenly starts paying out 7, 8, 9%, it's fantastic. But then interest rates are too high. They are throttling the rest of the economy. So I'm trying to answer your question. You can see that it's a fine balance. And it's not something that you can anticipate or decide in advance and say, yes, we are definitely going to 5.5%. This is what I like about the move of the central bank. 0.25% is very small, very minute. They can now carry on for the next 3 or 4 meetings, 0.25% every time for 4. Now we're 1% down. Let's see what the economy does. And then we decide, are we going to go down further or are we stabilizing?
And I certainly hope that they do take some notes from this talk that we had today on Econo Chat. Let's Talk Business with Mr. Daniel Steinman. We have come to the end of this talk for today, but of course you can meet us again next week, same time, same place. But in case you want to know what is happening in the Republic of Namibia in terms of the economy, you can of course also go to www.economist.com.na. And with that, I thank you.